Divorce. It's a word loaded with emotion, legal consequences, and long-term financial impact. While it's often framed as an escape from a broken relationship, what many people don't fully understand is just how much it can cost. Not only financially, but emotionally and mentally. Today, we're diving deep into the real cost of divorce in the United States. Whether you're thinking about it, going through it, or just want to understand it better, this video will break it all down for you. And believe me, it's much more than just signing papers and moving out. Let's start with the most obvious category: legal and court costs. On average, divorce in the U.S. can cost anywhere from $7,000 to $15,000 per person. Yes, per person. That number can double or triple if the divorce is contested, involves child custody, or if there are high-value assets involved. The biggest chunk of this cost goes straight to attorney fees. Lawyers typically charge hourly, anywhere from $200 to $500 an hour depending on the state and their level of experience. In addition to attorney fees, there are court filing fees, which can range from a few hundred to over $1,000. You may also need to pay for mediation, especially if the court orders it or if you and your spouse want to avoid a drawn-out court battle. Mediation can cost between $3,000 and $7,000, depending on how many sessions are needed. If the divorce includes property disputes, businesses, or complex financial assets, you may also need to hire financial advisors, forensic accountants, or even private investigators, all of which add to the growing tab. Next, let's talk about the division of assets. Depending on your state, this could be relatively straightforward or a legal maze. Some states follow what's called community property law. That means all assets and debts acquired during the marriage are split 50-50. States like California and Texas follow this rule. Other states use equitable distribution, which doesn't necessarily mean equal. It means fair. In these states, the court looks at income levels, contributions to the marriage, and even fault in the divorce before deciding how to divide everything. Dividing property can trigger hidden costs. For instance, if you sell a home, you may face capital gains taxes. Splitting retirement accounts could lead to early withdrawal penalties if it's not done correctly. That's where something called a QDRO comes in, a Qualified Domestic Relations Order, which allows retirement assets to be split without tax penalties. But even getting that legal document drafted can cost a few hundred to over $1,000. Then there's alimony, also known as spousal support. This is one of the most controversial aspects of divorce. It's designed to help the lower-earning spouse maintain a lifestyle similar to what they had during the marriage. Depending on how long you were married, alimony can be temporary or long-term. For high-income earners, alimony payments can be thousands of dollars a month and last for years. Some states have formulas, while others leave it entirely up to the judge's discretion. Either way, it's a major ongoing financial obligation. Child support is another critical issue. If you have kids, child support is non-negotiable. It's mandated by law and based on income, custody arrangements, and state guidelines. But beyond the base child support payments, there are extra costs: daycare, school tuition, health insurance, braces, extracurricular activities. The list goes on. Child custody disputes can also become financial black holes. If both parents are fighting for sole custody, legal fees can explode. In some cases, custody battles alone can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Psychological evaluations, expert witnesses, and guardian ad litems. These are all real costs that can drain your bank account fast. So far, we've talked about legal costs, asset division, alimony, and child support. But there's more. Divorce can damage your credit and destabilize your entire financial life. Here's why. Many couples share debt: credit cards, car loans, mortgages. Even after a divorce, if your name is on a loan, you're legally responsible for it, no matter what the divorce agreement says. If your ex defaults or stops paying, your credit score can take a hit, and creditors can still come after you. It's essential to untangle your finances fully, close joint accounts, and monitor your credit closely during and after the divorce process. Another major financial shock is the cost of maintaining two separate households. Think about it. 2 rents or mortgages, 2 sets of utility bills, 2 grocery budgets, 2 internet bills. Even if you were financially comfortable as a couple, divorce often forces both parties into a leaner lifestyle. For many, it means downsizing, taking on extra work, or delaying retirement. Speaking of retirement, divorce can significantly affect your long-term financial security. Splitting retirement accounts reduces your savings. Ongoing support payments lower your ability to contribute more. And the cost of rebuilding, whether through therapy, relocation, or career changes, means it may take years to regain financial stability. For older adults, especially those nearing retirement, divorce can completely change what those years will look like. And then there's the emotional toll, which often leads to more expenses. Many people underestimate how deeply divorce affects mental health. Depression, anxiety, and stress can reduce work productivity, lead to sick days, and sometimes job loss. The cost of therapy, both for yourself and your children, can add up quickly, ranging from $70 to $200 per session. Divorce is also time-consuming. The average divorce takes about a year to finalize. In that time, life is often on hold. Major decisions are delayed. Investments go unmade. Businesses suffer. Kids feel the impact. Let's summarize some typical costs. Attorney fees, $5,000 to $20,000. Mediation, $3,000 to $7,000. Court fees, around $500. Custody disputes, $10,000 to $30,000. Financial advisors, up to $5,000. Therapy, easily thousands per year. And don't forget the long-term costs, reduced retirement savings, ongoing alimony or child support, and lower credit health. So, how can you reduce these costs? First, stay civil. The more conflict, the more expensive it gets. Mediation and collaborative divorce are much cheaper than litigation. If you and your spouse can communicate, use that to your advantage. Second, get financial advice early. Know your assets, understand your debts, and plan accordingly. Third, don't try to hide assets. Not only is it illegal, but it also backfires and leads to even more legal fees. Fourth, create a detailed parenting plan. The more you work out in advance, the less the court has to decide for you. And lastly, take care of your mental health. It's not just about surviving the divorce. It's about rebuilding your life afterward. In conclusion, divorce in the U.S. is expensive, complicated, and often underestimated. It's not just about ending a relationship. It's about navigating a legal, financial, and emotional process that can affect every part of your life for years to come. If you're facing divorce, take the time to understand the true costs, not just the dollars and cents, but the lifestyle changes, emotional impact, and long-term consequences. Get professional help when needed, and prepare yourself for what lies ahead. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you understand the real cost of divorce in the U.S., don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dive content on finance, legal issues, and family planning. Stay informed, stay prepared, and take care of yourself.